Another year, another handful of things 2K has said they will fix but hasn't done yet. To be fair to them though, this is one of the better years for gameplay in a while. They've done too many gameplay patches throughout the year to things where tinkering wasn't really necessary. But don't get me wrong, the game is better than last year. And as someone who has dabbled in my park, team up, pro-am, and mainly my team, I don't think there are many things ruining the potential of the game. However, there are things that actually need to be addressed sooner rather than us still bringing these issues up with the release of NBA 2K25. So here's Sports Gamers Online NBA 2K18 Gameplay Wishlist.
Sports Gamers Online is the #1 source for the sports gamer.
Starting from the top, Rebounding. Rebounding used to be a lot more random in the past. Thankfully this year, people who have high rebounding ratings actually get most of the boards. What I can't understand though is how guards can somehow grab more offensive rebounds than bigs at times. Every now and then some random guard on the opponent team will come swooping in to snatch a board from my big dude, especially on their own shot. I can understand if it was Russell Westbrook and such, but when Tony Parker gets a board on me, nah bruh. Little dude boards come usually when nobody's in the area to contest them for it. But if Enes Kanter is within 4 feet of Parker, he should have literally no shot at that ball. Next up is steals. This is arguably the most inconsistent thing about gameplay the entire year. Not only could someone just spam the steal button and force pickups every time down the court, it will be sometimes impossible to even run a simple play. Just handing the ball up to the man right next to you could get dicey at times. Just being in the breathing space of the ball would sometimes poke you free. It felt as if ball security just had no real consistency. And the worst part about it though, it seems like it would only happen to you. Your opponent will be dribbling around 4 of your defenders on a collapse, with the ball obviously going through their body so it doesn't lose it. But then you lose the ball just trying to blow by a big man on the switch. There isn't much balance or consistency to steals. But maybe we can at least celebrate the fact that they're now possible. That's a win, I guess. Because last year it was rare to see someone get more than 2 steals a game not named Gary Payton or Michael Jordan. Next up is the post up. 2K, please don't touch this. Good post players can dominate as well as, if not better than, perimeter players. Don't let the lack of good low post big men in the league fool you. People just got hip to 3s being more valuable than 2s. Not that a dominant big man still can't get busy down low, and I like how the post up game this year reflected that. You want to fear DeMarcus Cousins when he's posting up and leave it up to us, the defender, with the tools you've given us, which are effective, to defend it, not dumb it down. Or bring in a new button combination. You know how y'all do. Next up is shooting. If I categorize shooting to include how the player finishes at the rim, I would consider things balanced. Floaters were broken last year after being overpowered in previous games, and now they work as they should. Players who finish strong in real life doing the game as well. Off the dribble shots aren't what they once were, but it's a quality shot if it goes in more times than not. However, the real beef starts when you work your way outside the paint. Once you reach the long 2-range, things get as inconsistent as a John Wall jump. What bothers me about it is there were times in the year where the consistency was fair. But again, 2K tried to fix something that wasn't broke. Now at points, players with 70 mid 3-point rating could be splashing 3s with green releases. In my play, glass cleaner arch types could even get green corner 3s. And at other points in the year, players with 93-point rate needed to be in the corner and completely lag free to even have a chance at getting the green. Now in May, it's common to brick a few A- releases in a row, especially in my team. If I could remember which patch felt the cleanest, I recommend no settings for 2K18. But since I can't, all I can hope for is us the gamers to give them feedback on the shooting. And if we find a tuner or setting that's realistic, urge them not to change it. Next is on-ball defense. Although much improved, I have one gripe about the on-ball defensive mechanics. Strafing with your left trigger LT, which is meant to apply pressure, can sometimes be more of a liability than an aid. You'll seem like you're moving in quicksand at points and get blown by on the perimeter a lot easier. Especially against fools who do that back and forth dribble crap. Honestly, simply holding the right stick towards your opponent did just as well sometimes while chasing them around. At the very least, good defenders play good defense. The only painful part about this is that AI defense when you're not controlling. Which leads me to my next point, the artificial intelligence. I won't be too hard on it because getting the AI 100% right is hard. I've seen it in Madden, NHL, and I assume it happens in FIFA. And the same things pop up in 2K. But it still saddens me deeply because they've taken a step back this year. How should I say this? The artificial intelligence is really dumb sometimes. Defensively, offensively, it doesn't matter. On defense, your players will casually leave deadly shooters open for no reason. Help when you didn't ask for it, and oh, check this out. This is my favorite. Just stand around and not step up on that man whatsoever. I love when this happens in transition when the defender should be at their most attentive. On offense, calling for a simple post-up could take 8 seconds off the clock, and they'll post up near the free throw line. When you call a play, they won't even start it if you're one step out of place. When you drive or find a lane to attack, a wide open shooter may just cut right into you, and not only take himself out the play, but run into you, forcing you to lose the ball. Okay, I'm good. And fix these easy buckets for the big man off the tip-off. I shouldn't be sprinting back with my dude like my life depended on it to stop a big running right down the middle, because the AI is too stupid. If 2K18 wants to make big strides, especially in the esports scene, this needs to be one of the main facets of the game that they need to address. And lastly is blocks. I personally think the shot blocking this year was pretty A1. It was better than steals, that's for sure. Bigs who are meant to get blocks. Chase down blocks actually happen, but aren't too frequent where you're scared George Hill might pin your layup. Athletic players recover quickly enough from being out of position to get a well-timed block. And what's so satisfying to me is even when your guy has a low block rate, if you time it or jump before your opponent does in the case of the vertically challenged players, you could get a couple swats. But with all that, there is something I would recommend though. It will be the ability to dictate the strength of the block. There's this old GOAT named Bill Russell who invented the concept of blocking the ball to his teammates to get a head start on the break. In 2K17, most of the blocks are swats out of bounds or tap-aways that you pray your AI teammates can come up with. We should be able to say, okay, Earl Boyd is about to go for this layup. Should I pin it to the backboard, grab it out of midair like Hassan Whiteside does, or swat it down so hard it bounces off his head? All with an additional press of a trigger button. That will add another dimension to going for blocks. So in the end, while we continuously critique 2K as a company, and many use that right loudly, their gameplay is the reason we continue to play. It's the closest thing us basketball fans have to a real video game simulation of the game we love. However, if this game is going to start having elite teams and such, they need to address some of the main game-breaking problems that they have left, mainly being rebounding, steals, shooting, consistency, and uncontrollable, rage-inducing, rubber band momentum that we know exists. We know it's there. They know it's there. They just won't say it. Anyways, y'all, what else do you hope to see improved, kept, or introduced in NBA 2K18? Leave it in the comments down below. And make sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online if you haven't for all your NBA 2K news and tips. I'm Chris. Thank y'all for watching and be good, y'all.